Hey everybody.
Guys, you did it again. You did it again. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna keep rocking now.
Hi everybody. Welcome back to the Terpy Tea podcast with your host Julia and Alex.
My bestie Leslie, specializing in keeping me on my feet.
Always.
But today we have a special guest. We have Frank, aka cannabis.master on Instagram. Hey there, buddy.
What's going on, guys?
Hi,
How are
Frank.
you?
Just so you guys know, it was supposed to be cannabis.master student. It was too long. But anyway, here we are.
Yeah.
Because we are a student of
Always.
the plant.
Yes, learning always.
Absolutely.
Period.
Yeah.
And so we have a little joint ski lit up. What are we smoking on? This is not your weed.
No, I was actually blessed. This is what was the strain you just told me? And it's, I think, doing the right thing.
He got high, so it's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Sour blueberry. The Victory Natural Farms flower is officially out and ready for order.
Let's go.
We launched with our first event, our pre-launch event, which went amazing. Thank you all that showed up and came out.
In Asbury Park.
Very cool. If you're ever looking for an event, the Low Dive in Asbury Park, they were amazing hosts. They kept the bitch going. They kept us going. Hydrated food, which is important for stoners.
Snacks and water, baby.
But yeah, no, overall went really amazing, guys. I mean, I'm super excited. This is veteran-owned. Evan, who is an actual war vet, PTSD is a serious thing, and this is his medicine, and he wanted to share it and gift it with the industry, the community, and the population, and other war vets like him that struggle with PTSD and everything and all of it that comes with going overseas to war.
So what's our favorite saying? He is out here and he is doing the damn thing.
He's doing the damn thing. So sour blueberry, guys, organic soil, living soil, no till, no amendments, just straight, goodness. But yeah, check us out. We'll be dropping hopefully the 25th. Retailer near you. Very limited dispensaries. We're very small at the moment, small batch, just the sour blueberry. So
yes.
Well, I'm from South Jersey, so what's going to be the closest dispensary in South
So
Jersey?
I guess I can leak this. The first 2 dispensaries to actually hit me up for pre-orders is Taste of Earth.
All right, shout out Taste of Earth.
And my boy Nick at Nirvana.
Okay.
So they will have the drop, and then
good to know.
I know for a fact tomorrow lands maybe Doobies.
West Millie? Okay.
Yes.
Y'all gonna hit north. Okay.
Up north first.
Spots.
Yeah.
All right.
It's only going to be so many, and we're cranking out as fast as we can.
To pivot, but congratulations on the drop. It was beautiful. It was a great time.
Congratulations, guys. Everybody that made this happen.
I have to say, this tip is crazy. It's like a little spiral.
Right?
Fun,
I know you
right?
guys can't see, but wow, that's like a little trippy. I'm just spinning.
It's fun.
Spinning it.
It looks like the old school car lighter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The coil.
It's it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, comes in a little.
Frank, would you like to introduce your brand? What brand do you represent for us today?
Absolutely, yeah. So I'm with Highgrass Farms. So we have 2 brands here. Got the one jar, the Highgrass Premium. Let's get a little bit closer. We also do our Jersey Landscapes. So those are 2 brands that we have. The big difference is basically going to be our yield. So we have a large yield of our flower. It's our Jersey Landscapes. And our small yield, more limited batches, is going to be the Highgrass Premium.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. And I brought, for this podcast, specifically one of our extremely limited 707 Kush drops. So I have it here. Going to roll up a nice little joint. It is one of my favorite strains that we're currently growing. A super limited batch, only available in a few dispensaries. Right now in New Jersey. So.
Which dispensaries?
Who is our South Jersey dispensary?
Taste of Earth.
Amen.
Yeah, got it. Shout out Taste of Earth. Impuna, same location as we are, so definitely go there.
Small,
got a chance. Yeah,
very family-owned dispensary, building out a beautiful menu.
Absolutely, I have to say,
Taste of Earth.
I think one of the best menus in the state. They have something for everybody, whether you're a seasoned smoker or entry level, they can take care of you. So,
and I love what you just said there. They have a really great menu, but they don't have an enormous menu.
Right, you don't get overwhelmed.
Correct.
Yeah, it's
Sometimes
just like
you
it
get
has all the
overwhelmed.
essentials.
Yes.
Hey, have
Yeah.
you ever been overwhelmed in a menu? I have.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's just too much.
When you go to those new, like Massachusetts and Michigan, you go to those dispensaries and it's just like,
Mine's the all TV
Oh my
dispensaries. No kiosks overwhelms me. No kiosks overwhelms me because the TVs move too fast. It's like 10 seconds and then everything's gone.
you're just not like the normal consumer that can like go up to the bud tender and be like, because you know what you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll have to shout out also, Relief and...
Relief, love them.
Yes.
Yeah, so they have the 707 Kush, so if you're in that area, definitely go
Williamstown.
check it out. And Daylight has a case
I
of...
love
Paradise.
Steve from
Okay.
Daylight is an
Yeah,
amazing
so
human. Love
They
him.
have the 707 Kush, so
That's a little
it.
unspoken dispensary right there, Daylight.
Daylight's
Daylight
Daylight's
is
fire,
great.
bro.
Oh, I know. Me and Julia actually started our first dispensary visit at Daylight. Do you remember?
Oh, really?
First time we went to a dispensary together was Daylight Cannabis.
Yeah, it was. I was thinking that the other day when I was sitting in the parking lot. I'm like, I remember I went here really, really early on and like shopped. And I was like, holy shit, like this
Yeah.
is crazy. Like the full circle of like,
By the way,
I was shopping here and now I'm
you know
selling
your
to.
birthday? I thought about this when you texted me. Your birthday is going to be our 2-year friendiversary.
Oh my god. Are we gonna have a party for that? I don't want to party for my birthday.
So we'll just call your birthday party our 2-year friendiversary?
Yeah.
No. There's so many other friends that are involved in that. I would be like, I'm just the guy in the corner.
No.
But yeah, I thought that would be an interesting factoid to point out. 2-year
Oh my god, you just
friendiversary.
this is so clean of an ashtray and it's just ash in it.
Oh no, I know. I cleaned them.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, holy Toledo, that's a clean ashtray.
I cleaned them for the episode.
That's nice. Shout out
What are
Indigo.
you smoking on here? What is this?
He doesn't know.
No.
I do know this one's the Evans OG. This one's the garlic snot. Or no, this is the Evans OG. This is the garlic snot. Garlic knots.
Okay.
Or no, it's not Evans OG. It's apple jelly. It's apple jelly. That's what it is. Because I have apple jelly and garlic knots down there, and I rolled one of each for the epi.
Hot.
One's taller than the other. This one has less paper left at the tip, so this is the garlic knots.
Okay. Hot.
That's how I made sure I could know.
Love that.
Okay, so this is the garlic.
This is
What'd
the
you say?
apple jelly.
Okay, I love a good apple string.
This one, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, is probably gonna put us very delulu at some point because it's a
There you go.
heavy sleeper.
Oh yeah. I have my tolerance.
Yeah.
We'll see about that.
Yeah.
Like most guests, I'm sure that come through here.
Honestly, I feel like my tolerance has been going down because I've been trying to be a good boy and not smoke as much during the week.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a blunt a day.
I smoke.
Because I quit nicotine.
I smoke like two.
But did you?
No. And that's the problem.
2 to 5
You know, I
dabs
quit.
a day.
At least I quit the vape. So it's like.
Unless she's with me.
I'm not, yeah, unless I'm. But anyway, Frank, what are you rolling on? We're at the
So
the 707.
This is the 707.
Hot.
So it's a 707 Kush. It's a 707 Chem Dog crossed with OG Kush. Two very, very famous strains. So
Well, I'm excited.
anyone who's very, old school, the Chem Dog is definitely famous for the Grateful Dead.
Yes, yes.
So people from that era, they're going to hear 707 Kush. They hear that it's crossed, OG Kush and Chem Dog. They're going to love it.
I wish you guys like understood cannabis and like all of its. Not I wish you guys understood, but like cannabis has so many facets and different little tentacles within it everywhere that
It's
I was.
different groups and
Yeah, like I
subgroups.
was listening to Sirius XM. I listened to the Grateful Dead channel, and it was right after. Oh God, what was his name? Phil, who just passed away from the Grateful Dead, or was it Bob Weir? Either way, someone just recently passed, and
May they rest in peace.
May they rest in peace. And they were talking about how influential the Grateful Dead was with the industry of cannabis, and how this one female from California literally was writing books on how to and distributing it so other people could grow themselves, and not gatekeeping or gaslighting or any shape or form, just sharing the knowledge.
The original like transportation of cannabis knowledge is groupies.
Yeah, no, yes, correct. Literally that. It was, it's called Shakedown Street, which is where you go get your drugs at the concerts, and that's where you meet your hookups and your people, and you find your tribes, and that's like what Frank said is the master of students is you're always learning and gathering as much knowledge and information from those who've done it way longer than we have.
110%.
So absorb that bitch, baby.
Something that me and you've always said is like, if you ever feel like you're the smartest person in the room, that's where you start to decline.
I feel
It's
like
time to change the room.
Yeah.
Every time.
That's
it's
a good
It's time to
point.
get into a new room. If you're the smartest one in the room,
Time to elevate.
it's
Time
like
to
it's time
go
to
up
get into a new
now.
room.
Your group should always inspire you to do better, be better, and attain new goals. And I think that's something that this podcast has definitely done for the both of us.
Achievable goals. Don't go crazy.
Well, yeah, I'm not talking about like go buy a fucking $1 million.
No, but I'm saying start a podcast.
Get a new job.
That's an achievable goal.
Start a podcast. Get a new job. I just want to say though, and I just want to shout out, I don't know if a lot of you guys are realizing, but there are a tremendous amount of Jersey cannabis podcasts coming.
Yes.
And I just want to say, any of you hosts, hit us up.
Yeah.
Let's do collabs.
Oh my gosh,
Let's do fun things.
I mean, if you guys know the podcast world, half the time their guests are other people who have podcasts.
Mhm.
So it's like, guys, like, we ain't here. Like I said, we ain't here to gatekeep. We ain't here to gaslight. We're here to girl
You wanna
boss it
spark
up
that,
and
or you wanna
share.
hit this one
I'm
last
gonna
time?
hit that and then we'll spark that.
Period.
Yeah, we'll just keep it
Let's
going.
go.
Enough with that, Frank. I want to hear a little about you. I want to hear your background. Where
Your
you come
adventures.
Yeah.
from. Where'd you grow up?
Tell us.
So it's kind of cool. I
your
grew up in
villain
Buno,
backstory.
Oh, you grew up in Buena too.
which is where High Grass is located. So it's kind of a full circle moment.
I love
for
that.
me. Yeah. Was
So
born in
Do
Violin.
you know Xavier? Like that? Like, do you know
Did you know
Xavier
of him,
like
like,
that?
growing
when
up,
you were
or no?
growing up?
You're saying
X,
X
yeah.
of Taste of
Yeah.
Earth?
Yeah.
So X is from Millville.
Yeah,
he
so
graduated
yeah.
from Millville.
Is he, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I graduated from Buno High School.
Okay.
I don't think
yeah,
Millville
they
has dispensaries. That's why.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
they're-
Okay.
They have cultivation.
This is where my direction
But they don't have
challenge.
dispensary.
This is
It's
where my
all
direction
very
challenge-
close. You're in
Yeah.
the right
Where are you
ballpark.
from?
Tabernacle.
Okay, so that's
Shimon
like yeah.
Tabernacle.
You're in
I'm
the
in the middle of
pines.
nowhere.
Yeah.
I
Which is
grew up
Buno,
in
the southern
yeah.
pines. Yeah.
Yeah, literally 30 minutes away. But I'm used to everything being 30 minutes. That's where, like, some people are like, oh my god, like, 30 minutes is so far. And I'm like, dude, that's how far I had to drive to go get
That's
my
about it.
groceries. Like, was literally 30 minutes to the Walmart.
Yeah.
Or, like, 30 minutes to the nearest, ShopRite. I mean, ours was 20 minutes, but still. It's like
20 minutes is mine. I could walk. Like where I live right
mine
now.
I could walk, and that's where I'm saying where for us, like 30 minutes is nothing, but then for someone who, like you, who grew up in a more densely populated, closer area, that 30 minutes is like, dude, what? Like,
I will say
Where'd you grow up?
Mullica Hill.
Okay.
So
That's
Mullica.
not, yeah.
It's I lived my neighborhood where I grew up in was an
Wow.
old asparagus farm. So we were one of those farm towns. We got overpopulated type. So I mean the furthest gas station for me was the Wawa on 322, which took
hit that and
10
appreciate
minutes
the flavor.
to 12 minutes to get there.
Tell me
Yeah.
what-
Hit that out. Hit that and appreciate the
Okay.
fucking flavor.
Frank, hold your thought.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Well, I want to.
Talk.
You tell
Feel
me. No,
free.
you talk. Tell me about the flavor or what's going through your mind.
Feel free. That's fucking crazy. That's like the smoothest chem dog I've ever smoked in my life. Like, I can't even put this to words. It's like,
That's really nice.
it's so subtle. Like, I don't feel like I'm smoking a chem. I don't feel like I'm smoking anything crazy. But because it's in the chem family, I know the effects are going to be strong.
I shit you not, the high, I felt it just
Crease up. Very cerebral,
Very nice.
back of the head. Look at the oil
look at this.
ring.
I wish you guys
That's
could
what I
see
was
this.
about to
There's
say.
a resin ring. For you, I've heard a gentleman could not understand what a resin ring was, and he's like, my joint's like juicing on me. I'm like, that's good. If your joint is juicing on you, that's a juicy
That's the
fucking
essential
nut.
oils.
Like, that's
That's how
good.
you know if you wanted to make rosin out of that shit, it's gonna be a good yield.
That's a presser, baby.
That's a washer. Ah!
What?
I'm not a washer, I'm a dryer.
So,
Sorry, that was corny.
no, it was sweet. So, Buna, New Jersey, you grew up.
Yeah, grew up in Buna. So yeah, I guess I'll just like stick to cannabis because that's like what this is
Or
about.
how?
So like,
No, I like
yeah.
to know the pivots. Like, I mean, like you
Yeah, I
obviously
like to know people's
you
villain
didn't start in
backstory.
cannabis. You know,
Yeah.
I was a waitress in blah 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 blah. What did you do to get to cannabis?
Yeah. What
Well-
led you here?
yeah. So I mean, I always liked cannabis, right? So growing in a farm town in Buna, there wasn't really much to do. So
Yeah, true.
smoking weed became like a thing to do, right?
Yeah.
But quite honestly, it really wasn't something like I smoked weed, but I really wasn't into it in the culture.
Yeah.
Like heavy. It was just something that I would do.
You didn't appreciate
at
it, yeah.
parties. And because quite honestly, the quality was shit
Correct.
back then.
You're just
Okay.
recreationally
You weren't a trapper
smoking.
then.
Not yet.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So
We're 16, 17.
yeah, 16, 17, I would help people get weed,
Amen.
so to speak. But like, yeah, I wasn't
Dip the toe.
I guess,
Opening the
yeah.
back trunk
You were,
and be like, what do
you were the
need?
middleman. You were the one that like, hey,
Honestly, what
Johnny,
I would
I need
do-
some weed, and then they're like, oh yeah, I can get you a guy.
What I would do is help make pre-rolls for people. Because,
Really?
Yeah, people would be like,
Okay.
oh, like, can you just roll it for me?
The girls.
The girls, yeah.
Shut up.
Yes.
I was one of them.
Right.
I'd be
Like,
like,
that
can
was
you just
it.
roll it for? Yeah, I'd be like, can you just?
So-
I don't know how to roll, and I'm like, I'm not dealing with this.
Right, so,
So-
I would like buy
Wow.
a bunch of weed and then have it rolled for them, and then they would just give me the money.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's kind of that's
Thank
so
you for
fun.
doing that. We
Yeah.
need more people. We needed people like
So,
that.
yeah, I was doing pre-rolls before pre-rolls, right?
I love that. He was a manufacturer before manufacturing.
I never even thought of that. Yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, so that was pretty much like my story into cannabis until I connected with someone who was getting weed from California.
Oh, okay.
And that's really what changed for me because then there was a name associated to it. There was
A strain of
there
numbers.
was quality. There
Yeah,
was
there was a
consistency,
story now behind
there was
it.
way more to it than just like it's this. It was just way better of a purchasing process, and that's when I was then sharing that with my people in Buna, where then we were able to like really get exposed to good weed from the people in California. So yeah, that was pretty much kind of how I had my foot in it, but it was more of like a hobby because at that point it couldn't have been a career. It was
Correct.
still illegal.
Yep.
Federally, there was there was at that point no state had recreational. So
Maybe California for medical, and that's why all the good pot was coming
absolutely,
in.
like Colorado didn't move rec until 2014.
Yeah, I think.
I think. I should have done my homework before. I
No,
don't know, but,
no,
that's
you're
okay.
good.
I think it was like Colorado was 2014. So yeah, it was like way before then. So it was just a hobby. of
Anyways,
mine.
moral of the story was the good weed was coming from the other states, and we had access to it, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Period.
But really, I guess the moment that changed my mind where I knew I wanted to make it a career was when I was in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
So I was working my full-time regular job.
Which was
So I was in sales.
Okay.
So I've done sales pretty much my entire life.
Okay.
I've sold computers, I've sold software, hardware, I've sold cars.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, I've sold everything. So in this particular phase of my life, I was selling metal melting equipment in Michigan,
Okay.
which is, a huge manufacturing state.
Oh yeah.
Remember, I'm in Ann Arbor, and I'm driving, and I see this huge line, and it looked like they were giving away, like Cadillacs or something. There were so many people, and I was just curious. I'm like driving, it's like towards the end of the day, and I get to the front of the line, and it's a dispensary. And it's one of the largest dispensaries I've ever seen. I was like, holy hell, in Ann Arbor. And Ann Arbor is known for a huge weed culture.
What is it? Magnetized?
Pop back.
Oh.
Preserves your terps.
Tea.
That's interesting.
Oh my god, you guys have never had a pop back? I'm gonna.
No.
I'll
I mean, I don't dab that much to
Okay, so it is basically when you're screwing it down, there's a little like metal thing in here,
Yeah.
and it's a seal. So when you screw it down, that pop
It
is
just took all the air.
vacuum
Yeah, yeah.
sealing,
Mhm.
and it preserves your rosin.
I love that.
Your terps. And then it's good for just the ADHD in me, because then I get to hear it. Oh, did it break? I think it's just, oh, there it goes. But then you get to hear it.
It's almost like a neck.
Okay. So Michigan, he gets to the front of the line. You realize it's a dispensary.
Can I just say on a sidebar?
Yeah.
Michigan is slept on when it comes to marijuana
110%.
quality. If anybody doesn't know, it has some of the best growers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
if
yeah, the
anyone
Nino's
has an
from Michigan.
My
opportunity,
uncle's
go
a
to
medical
Michigan.
patient in Michigan.
Michigan
and-
prices are cheap too.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
too.
They
I mean, yeah, that was $100 eighth of rosin.
Lena, when he goes home from Michigan, he comes back with like, yeah, they gave me a free vape, a free pre-roll, a free eighth, to this, to that, and I'm like,
Wow.
okay.
Do you do rosin?
You know, I only
that.
dab at home. It's
Okay.
a kind of a weird rule of mine.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just something like
Get you too fucked up.
I think so.
Okay,
I just
yeah.
don't enjoy it.
Yep.
I just like
This is the blueberry
being
jelly.
in the comfort of my own home and
believe it-
experiencing. 'cause
I believe it's Blue Dream mixed with apple jelly. So that's the reason why I'm.
I mean, it smelled amazing. I maybe will take a little bit.
It's okay. It tastes delicious though.
Yeah.
So Michigan got
Yeah,
your
Michigan-
eyes wide,
So
and you're like,
Michigan
holy
is just
shit.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like, so that, as I was
Yeah.
working my corporate 9-to-5 job, being exposed to the cannabis culture in Michigan, and it's slowly but surely pulling me in the direction of where I want to make that my full-time job.
Okay.
And yeah, that sort of was the moment where I realized that this could be more than just a hobby.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
I see
yeah.
this
This
as
is a career.
for a lot of people. Yeah, so that was that. And yeah, then COVID happened.
It's
so,
fine.
Yeah, we can cut that
It's
out.
fine.
Right.
Everything's fine. So then
breaking everything.
COVID. So COVID happened. You're still at your sales job with
Right, so
the
COVID happened,
seal.
so then things changed,
Okay.
obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
As far as travel,
Yeah.
the whole sales process, who's buying what, all of that. And
Yeah.
at that moment, it was an opportunity where I thought, this is the chance where I have to make or break and, put my
Were you
money where
scared?
my mouth is. Absolutely 100%. Because up until that time, I was trying to get a job, equivalent essentially of what I
Yes.
was doing.
Yeah.
And it's extremely competitive, extremely difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I, was still for many months and years trying to get a job that I wasn't even able to land interviews because I didn't have experience in cannabis. And
Yeah.
I just thought that an experience as a sales representative or sales manager for a district would have been enough and my legacy in cannabis. But
Yeah.
I needed more. So at that moment, I realized that I'm just going to have to go all in and take whatever opportunity I can in the cannabis space.
100%. So did you
I just
come
bet
a
on
bud
myself.
tender?
Yeah, I started
So-
off part-time as a
okay.
bud tender. Yeah, worked at Indigo Dispensary. I think you guys had them on.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple episodes ago. So yeah, Steve, super thankful. He gave me an opportunity. He saw my credentials and he saw my passion. And he made me an offer to work part-time and yeah, took it from there. So yeah, work part-time and learn that industry from a whole new perspective.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
That's
very, very
amazing.
grateful. Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
dope. I mean, guys, at the end of the day, it's fucking terrifying. I mean, I think about all these dispensary owners, all these people that actually are putting their hard-earned cash into these things that were like, I have no fucking clue how this is going to turn out. No one has any idea. This is brand new market legally. We know how it turns out illegally. Everyone does pretty well, so it's they need to
I'm
figure it
chief
out.
on this. I'm
Oh,
like,
it's
Good,
okay.
chief on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure,
see, I was about to say the
Yeah.
same thing.
But yeah, no, I think it's like Alex and I, we started as bud tenders, and people ask, they're like, "How did you get where you got?" And I'm like, "You play the game. At the end of the day, this is a game, and you start at level 1 and you work your way up."
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
still
say
a
a
corporate
different
business.
answer.
Like,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I'm
Yeah.
going to say a different answer.
Yeah.
Networking.
Yeah, well, yes, that's
So-
a given to me personally.
Well, but it's not for everyone. And I think the cannabis industry has a lot to learn, that a lot of times people are hiring their buddies, their
Nepotism.
friends. It's not really. It's people that they already know the processes that they're comfortable with. I don't like the nepotism term in our industry
I respect that.
because, let's be honest, a lot of the companies that are gonna survive are built on foundations of friends and family.
Yeah.
You gotta have trust in these new businesses. So
And that's what the industry, the legal industry was. It was full-heartedly trusting your partners, trusting the people purchasing your stuff, that you're not going to get
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the legal market, there's a lot of shady, untrustful
Look at
people.
New York. New York sets you up for failure. Let's just talk about a different market for a second.
I don't know that
found
market
this out.
personally.
So I found out something that really blew my mind. And if you are a cultivator, you are automatically required to give net 30 turns to everybody until they don't pay. And then they go on a blacklist that is shared amongst all of the cultivators that says that this person didn't pay a bill and now they have to be COD.
I don't hate that.
I like that.
Don't hate that. I mean,
only thing I don't like is that you mandatorily have to give people, even if you know that.
they can pay.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is, so you trusting that person saying verbally, hey, I know it says net 30 on the payment. If you give me X, Y, and Z, will you do, I'll do COD. Just because it says paper net 30, you don't have,
Yeah.
Right.
That's where trust comes in. And that's where, family, friends, knowing your people, having those connections, networking, and doing your due diligence. But
Yeah. It's really about, growing your network. Biggest example is X from Taste of Earth. He gains a lot of loyalty by.
he puts himself out there, though.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He puts himself way out there. This man got comfortable with the uncomfortable, and that is my inspiration and why I constantly
love
put that
that,
on
yeah.
Because he said it to me. My last pop-up with him, he said, you have a voice, you're very impactful, but you don't use it. And I was like, damn. And so that's what really opened my eyes, that he got comfortable with the uncomfortable, and that's what caused him to excel. So that's what really pushes me to do what I do.
I think
be comfortable with the uncomfortable.
I think that's me too. I've always was taught I really just don't give a fuck what people think. I give a fuck, but I don't. I don't overthink it to the point where I'm like, I'm just authentically me.
I was taught opinions are like buttholes. Everyone has one. It doesn't mean you have to use it.
Yeah.
Do you think you're not give a fuck is why you do sales?
Oh, this was a previous conversation before you got here.
Me not giving a fuck is why I do sales. Yes and
Because
no.
you're
Yes and no. I'm able to put myself out there. I could talk to whoever.
You have
I don't care who you are. Hi, how are you? I'll ask my questions. I'll get to know you. If you want to sit down for lunch, let's sit down for lunch. If you want to smoke a joint, I smoke joint. That's what I'm saying. Is sales to me is just being a good person and having great communications and just being available to them and understanding I'm a middleman in a lot of the sense, so I understand you're frustrated and we're going to work through it together, and that's why I'm here, is to hear your...
You have a lot of patience.
Yeah, I do.
So this is stemming from, I hope, from the conversation we had before she got here, but he asked me if I would do sales or what I did, and then what I do sales came up, and I said, no, never.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. I mean, I say, I'm like, do I love this job? Yeah, I fucking love this job, but am I also
I came
we're building the plane while we're flying it in every aspect of this industry, and it's frustrating.
Thinking sales would be where I would want to be.
I'm just a little frustrated.
Hated
sometimes.
social media, and since my time in the industry, it has now pivoted, and I am in love with the social media, the branding, the marketing, and I think I would cry if I was in sales.
See, I used to work for a software company.
Yeah.
That was a startup.
Yeah.
So you talk about building a plane as you're flying it.
That's us.
For a product that is abstract.
Yeah, literally.
There's something that in the end, everyone's hard work comes down to something we can touch. The software, that's something else. I mean, a reason why I got out of it. Software is a whole nother thing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, you're selling an idea that.
You're selling
92% of the population is so just they don't
Yeah.
computers is a second language to them, which it is. It's fucking coding. It's a language. So it's like
Yeah.
if you don't understand computers,
That, and then you have, like, there's people. It's
Yeah.
like someone's baby, this program,
Yeah.
and then if you try to talk about it in a way, it's like you're talking about their
how dare, it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
But,
So
yeah, but back to what you're, no, I'm sorry, but what he was saying, sales is,
Yeah, I was saying, like, you're not,
It's-
like, you don't give a fuck. That's probably, like, it
yeah,
helps.
I think it is that, and it's also, like, there is potential to make really good money in sales, so that's why it's not for everybody.
yeah, I mean,
You know, like, if you hear...
at the end of the day, we're all here for more money. But
No, but I'm saying my company... What, baby?
I just realized there's a green light in the corner of my ADHD. You see the little green dot?
Oh, no, it's my computer.
I know.
Mm.
I thought it was my TV.
Oh, you're silly. But some people in the company in the other states that Stash House Distributions is making more than the owner because of sales.
Well,
Yeah.
no, 100%.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
so it's like you have to be a different breed.
I'm gonna say, not
Be
to
honest,
flaunt,
yeah.
but, like,
Please, flaunt.
objectively speaking, well, I'll just say this, like, in the job that I worked at before, my department, most of us were expected to make more than the CEO.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and with that came a level of responsibility. It's like,
Correct.
since you're making more than the CEO,
That's why
you
I'm
need
stressed. Because you have numbers to hit. And if you don't fucking hit those numbers, then it's like, sorry, I'm trying. You know? So it's, everyone's really trying their best
that's
out
the
here.
other thing, right? Is you guys are very good with getting people to add on.
Sorry, I've been chiefing on this too. It's one of those
I should have
types.
just rolled one for all of us. It's all good.
This is really
I'm
good,
losing
guys.
my brain opacity, so in a few
707
seconds,
Kush, right?
this-
707 Kush.
707. It's super limited. It's coming.
Keep it limited.
on
We
future
like that
harvest-
small.
in future harvest. We're a small grow, so
Love
we're
it. We are too.
But we
yeah.
did say Daylight has this, right?
Daylight does have this.
Daylight
Daylight.
has, they got a limited drop, Relief, and Taste of Earth as of this recording. I'm not sure when
Yeah.
you posted
Oh,
it yet.
Tuesday. Not this Tuesday. Next Tuesday.
Okay, so it may be sold out by then. Who knows?
We hope it is. How about that?
But if it's not, then
I have to say, I get eucalyptal from this too.
Okay.
I like this. I'm so in love with this. This, and then I think whatever you had us smoking, whatever you had, just finish it. He's got a whole fatty here roll.
Yeah, I also got this. This is our. This is the shit that, like, when I'm walking into dispose, people are like calling me Bigot, which is kind of cool.
This is the one that I showed you.
That's one of my favorites.
Okay,
Yeah.
this.
But I think that's kind of funny when people are calling me Bigot instead of high grass.
Oh, that
But
smells good.
Right.
That smells good.
that's the GMO. So if you're a GMO fan,
Yes. Wait, do you have the rosin, babes?
when you do this, that's how you know it's good weed. And someone told me that. I'm not making that up. When you just when it
Yes. Because you want to retaste it.
but it's like there, you know?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a lot of weed like that now in New Jersey. It's so great.
Yes.
She's still got
Just
the
like in the
little
last
John in
6
there.
months.
It's that.
She's still got the
it's,
little John sitting in there.
There's so many heavy hitters out there, guys. And that's what I'm saying. Spread the love. Like, try it all, guys.
I try them all.
It's so weird. Like,
I
yeah,
try
it's like people that I hear. Listen, I will never judge, but I will say this again. I'll always say it. There are other dispensaries out there and other people out there other than Pure Leaf. I know that that's what you're used to. I know it's comfortable. I know you have your points, whatever it may be. But go experience something else. You'll never know what's out there unless you go try it. I'm telling you guys. Like, if this is what you're using for your medicine, then shame on you for not trying to find the best and better things to help you. So, go try shit.
Yeah.
So many people still go to Pure Leaf. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
That or even,
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean-
like it's. But listen, I understand. Like you said, you have your point. Then go buy shit that you like from them, like whatever
what
their
I would
brand.
say, and from a customer's point of view, Pure Leaf, what they do well, and they can is they have great prices.
Correct.
And I get that. For someone, because New Jersey is expensive, this is the big thank you.
I just didn't want it to get forgotten. I'm very bad with remembering things. Oh, I'm good on that, baby.
Okay.
You sit on that. You sit on that.
Yeah, Curaleaf's good with their price. They have their loyalty.
There's a lot of dispensaries that have great loyalty programs that also deliver great deals, and the money stays in state.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And the flower is so much better. So I think when you just factor all those things in, it's kind of an easy choice to get your local dispo.
110%. I mean,
yeah, I would say a place like Taste of Earth is
it's your go-to.
I think we can all agree. Oh, absolutely.
You know, why not?
But a place like that, and there's a lot of places like that in New Jersey.
Relief.
That
Taste of Earth.
I really go to Nirvana.
There's a lot of
everything.
I love Nirvana. Nirvana's amazing.
Ginseng's now becoming like a little spoken fucking beast.
I love ginseng. Shout out Sam,
Did
Ross,
you see the
team.
fun little video I did for them with their lounge?
Yes.
It was so
the lounge looks so cool.
We want to film episodes in the lounge and make them like our sponsor dispensary if you'd like, you know, or whatever. Hey, or you come in while we're filming. If you know we're filming from these times to these times, you get a discount or whatever.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, if you're a dispensary with a lounge and you want a podcast filmed in it and you want to bring some attraction to it, hit us up.
What's up with the lounge? The situation.
It gets pushed back every fucking month.
They're doing inspections. I'm not going to say who, but someone got their inspection.
Okay.
And the inspection's coming. So I've heard of 2 places getting their inspection.
He's gatekeeping right now.
However, they haven't gotten any paperwork.
No paperwork.
So that's where they're in the same limbo as we are with our manufacturing, where basically after their inspection they were told, watch the next meeting, but also you may just receive it in your email.
Oh, isn't that so fun? Because staffing and shit's not a thing, and badging's not a thing.
So it's literally just like...
It's fucking stupid.
So you mean to tell me you can just email me one day when you feel like it, or I have to wait all the way until this next meeting, and then you could still not approve me, which is crazy.
I'm used to this because I had college applications.
So, but like, this is just real life crazy that this is
people's lives, money.
$1 billion industry. We made $1 billion in pre-rolls alone last year. And the amount of money that the CRC is getting and the state is getting, and yet we still can't attain simple processes to make things uniform, simple, straightforward, timely, and respectful.
It's that because hypocrisy on...
Because you want my payment. You want my hypocrisy. You want my payment ASAP no Rocky. You want my SOPs. You want me to get the building.
Meaning you want my SOPs versus your SOPs for all this other fucking bullshit they're doing.
You want 60 different SOPs when I submit my application, going as little as how I plan on finding staff.
Not even that, obtaining the building. You have to have the building.
Well, yeah, that's where I was going to go, but that's the other thing. Then the largest SOP is what's the process that you got your building? Is it yours? Is it rented? Does your landlord know? Where's the signed contract from your landlord? Where's my signed contract from you saying you're going to get me my approval in a nice time?
You won't.
Yeah, well... You can wish in one hand, and
the grass is always greener, but the dog's pissing on both sides.
Do you think before or after July 4th?
For approval?
So, like, what is it? It's
today's July 6th. It's June 16th.
Both just at the same
time.
June 16th.
Did they already have their June meeting?
I thought they did.
Yes, they did. July. After July 4th.
This is gonna be after July 4th.
Unfortunately.
Memorial Day.
So I was hoping to just like party it up there.
Bro.
I mean, I still am.
Where do you live now? You don't have to disclose it.
Yeah, I live in South Jersey.
Okay. Are you close to Atlantic City?
Possibly, yeah. Okay. Atlantic City's not far from anywhere in South Jersey, really.
That's true.
Yeah.
I
see Expressway, it's like
my parents.
And at a certain point, it's like it's only a 45-minute drive.
My parents live in Ventnor, so I plan to be at fucking Sunny Tian all the fucking time at that lounge.
Yeah, so that's a great lounge.
Back to real quick when you asked. You can get my concentrates from Onyx. Onyx does wash all of my flour into concentrates if you're ever curious.
Okay.
By his flour, he means Hamilton Farms.
I was trying to keep that vague.
Why? Hamilton, shout it out, baby. We
Yeah.
shouted out his shout out
Yeah.
Hamilton Farms. You're growing
it's-
washers. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
We do.
High five.
We have great.
Yeah, be
fucking
proud of
leads.
that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I just don't
Um,
because there's a whole team behind
Well,
it.
yeah, no, we
Yeah.
do have a large amount of like
And that's great,
love for this industry. I have to say, hearing you say that you were a student of plant was very, very heartwarming because my now director of cultivation says that on a almost hourly basis.
Hold on, pause. Come in.
Oh, let me open it.
They're at the sliding door. It's recording. I don't remember. Sorry, guys. We just
Are we
had
recording the audio?
we just had fun special guests just pop on in, and
I'm so excited.
we lost where we were at. So
My jar, the high grass jar.
yes, let's roll another joint, and we'll finish off that. Right, last smoke of the night.
But so before we do this, right?
Yes.
Tell us anything funky or fresh about high grass. So, do you guys have anything cool coming? More breeding projects? Anything like that the market should keep their eyes out on?
Funky or fresh? Yeah.
Like the 707 Kush is fucking funky and fresh. It's great.
That is. I mean, there's going to be a lot of new genetics on the horizon.
Period.
What I would say, though, that's super funky and fresh is going to be manufactured items. So we got our manufacturing license.
Tea.
Yeah. So
Fun.
we got.
I
You
know.
got French 5.5 too.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, man, we got a super genius from Maine.
Hell yeah.
That's all I'm gonna
So,
say. So
keep your eyes open for possibly high grass farms or Jersey landscape manufactured goods like cartridges, edibles, and concentrates.
for sure, yeah.
I
Paradigm.
want
Yeah,
some puffs,
so
baby.
I'm excited about that.
That's
Imagine it's like the apples and bananas in a dab because
Like,
it's
you're-
gonna be fucking crazy.
yeah. Or what was the one that
Or 707. I mean, what we're just on.
Had TK,
TK
headband.
headband.
Can you imagine that and a single source rosin?
Yeah.
Oh my.
That was I was
Goodness.
gonna bring TK headband.
So
but
you
is that-
blew
do you
my
like
mind that day. So I will give you a preface, is I actually hated the headband strain only because of the effect. People are like, oh, I love it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it gives me a goddamn headache. Okay? Some people like the headband, some people don't like. You blew my mind that day because you were like, oh, it's headband. And I was like, you know what, screw it, I'll try it because it's from you guys. But other than that, I wasn't really expecting much. And that was the most social event I think I've had in a hot minute. And I also did not care that it rained. And that's
That's
the
what's up.
first time that I think I can say
He's
that
like a cat.
that I didn't bitch that I got wet
Oh
or
my
that
God.
we were out in public when it was raining. And I have to say, I was just very ecstatic about that strain. The eucalyptal, so that's a new terp that I've come to realize that I very much appreciate, no matter whether it's I get the flavor profile or I get the effects from it. And so far, 3 of your strains have had that taste or terp in it that I
Taste
can
or terp.
say really made the high 10 times better for me.
Cool. That's awesome. I'd like to know that. So
Yeah.
it was TK headband.
TK headbands,
Was it this one, 707?
707.
Okay,
And
so
then
that's
the
another
other-
Kush cross.
The other jar you had.
So TK, that's triangle Kush.
yeah.
So that's
Okay, so it's all the
that's-
cushy
yeah,
ones.
Yeah, so that
See?
might be our.
And then it was.
there might be something to that. So
Then
you know,
the Bicket. Bicket also has the smell as
Okay.
well. Yeah. So anything like eucalyptal, eucalyptus, aloe, smelling or tasting really has nice effects for me, as well as I think we talk about this like almost every episode, but my foot from my car accident about a year and a half ago now, my foot was broken literally in half down the
oh shit.
big toe. So the inside of the big toe down, it was basically snapped from my brake pedal crashing my foot. And so
How
anytime
long was that casted?
actually was never casted, was put in a surgical boot for 2 weeks, then a regular boot for like 8 months, and then I was able to put Crocs on and then it was like 7-8 months before I was able to put on a like Nike Air that was like, you know, basically no real structure, just all loose fabric.
Yeah.
And then how long have I been here? 5 months. 5 months ago was the first time I was able to put on a fitted shoe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which shows that I'm a sneaker. You're not doing shoe, so.
Yeah, no. Fitted shoe would be my my Chelsea boots.
Okay.
I'm a Chelsea boot fanatic. I have like 5 different pairs. And yeah.
I'm
That
a
doesn't sound-
barefoot girly. If I
Yeah.
didn't have to wear shoes, I wouldn't.
I'm
Like
crazy.
barefoot
I used to be a barefoot person.
out in the wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to walk through trails growing up barefoot, rock driveways barefoot, and then once I got in the car,
Shoes hurt me.
I have
I'm wide-footed, and like
now my sensitivity.
cute shoes hurt, and I'm like, I'm the type where, like I said, like I don't really give a fuck. I just want to be comfortable and happy. And if shoes hurt me, I'm like, this is not like.
Yeah, I can't even walk on my tile floor
That's not
barefoot
it.
still. Like,
I mean,
just
I
the
sacrifice,
feeling,
but
it's
like when I'm farming
excruciating.
outside with Trav, like in the garden, I'm barefooted.
Yeah.
I'm nuts.
That's
walking
insane.
through the
Yeah.
woods, walking through
Broad
like
forking barefoot.
real bush, like
Yeah, no way.
real bush.
like not even but there's no real determined footpath is what I'm trying to say, right? Like there's some spots to get to where she has to go.
Oh, me? Yeah.
Yeah, where
I mean,
it's like-
we put
I'm Bear Grylls and I'm out here in
wood
the
chips.
wild.
We put wood chips down, but they get overgrown with weeds, you know, because we're
Yeah.
organic. We don't go food.
So she's
But anyway.
out there Bear Grylls in it with no shoes.
No way. Oh,
Frank's like, get the. He's like, well, Michigan's not the cleanest.
I mean, yeah.
But if I'm in the city, yeah, I'm wearing, you know. But I'm saying, like,
See,
when
I've
I'm down
seen
the
people
shore.
like that. I've seen people in the city barefoot. That
That's-
fucking.
Oh, yeah.
that drives me crazy.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know how they
definitely
do that.
drunk girls after the club. I totally.
I've done it. I've done it in
Absolutely
New York
not.
City.
I've
done
totally
it.
been like, girl,
I don't fucking
put
care.
at least socks on before you get hepatitis from the concrete.
Or
Yo.
you step on a fucking needle, God forbid.
Yeah,
Like,
I
oof.
remember.
I mean, a stocking stop.
Wait, I want to hear this. What happened?
No, it's just the most disgusting thing. I don't even know if I should say, but it was
Please.
like down at the shore.
Okay.
It was at Sea Isle. And this is going back at the Springfield Inn.
Okay, yeah.
So if anyone's gone there, I remember seeing that bathroom and just a group of girls barefoot walking, and it's wet. The floor is just wet. Yeah.
Okay.
So
See, that's different. Like, I walk to the beach barefooted. I'm a block and a half away from the beach. I'm not putting shoes on.
I used to do that again.
Fuck it.
We went to Ocean City 2 summers in a row for a week and a half, and that whole week and a half I lived barefoot. Went to the boardwalk barefoot. I drove my car barefoot. I did not care.
And
I
at
was
least-
barefoot for the whole week.
I shit you not. I said to Travis, I was like, I want monkey bars everywhere in the house so I can like swing around and get like
I told my boyfriend that I want those
calisthenically
meds.
like
I want those
physique and like
meds.
so I don't go down when I'm old. You know, it's important to like move your
Okay.
body.
I want
I want,
those
like, one-handed
meds.
cook.
You know, have you ever seen like the
They're
like,
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. The twining, all
Mhm.
like spider webs almost. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But anyway, what we were saying, fun, fresh, flirty.
oh yeah,
It's
we're
concentrates.
talking-
Concentrates.
Yeah, so we're doing manufactured items, so concentrates, the cards, edibles. So that's really going to be the fun thing that I would say keep an eye out for.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
Whisper down the lane.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay. Well then.
I don't want to give too much information
No,
on the strains
please
because I
don't.
really
Please
don't
don't.
want to set up hopes. But
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
no,
please don't.
no,
Please don't.
respect that. Yeah, just wait and see, guys. They're
Yeah.
just pumping
Yeah.
out some really fun things. Keep an eye out.
Spontaneity is also really great, right? So we're just gonna hit you guys with a little preface that some cool shit's happening.
Yeah.
yeah,
But then when it really happens, tag us on Instagram and we'll share that shit. And we'll know that it's here.
yes.
absolutely.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
do some cool shit for you.
Yeah,
But yeah,
well,
I
definitely
really
tag
think-
you guys once that manufactured stuff
High
has.
Grass Farms, Jersey Landscape, definitely a brand to look out for. That Riptide
I
brush,
appreciate
that
it.
Sugar Sam,
Give
that
'em a
TK
try.
headband. If you see it, try it. And I'm always an advocate.
Pick it.
Don't look at that goddamn testing. Don't look.
Mm,
Just buy that shit. Just, if it sounds good and it's in a phonetic phenotype family, not phonetic, a phenotype family that you know you like, try it. Give it a shot. I thoroughly do not believe in looking at the numbers. Me and Julie have educated that.
This is just a prediction, but I think that the trends of buying are going to go less from THC and more into genetics. I think
Pause. Can you repeat what you said? He coughed over it.
I used to work at a dispensary.
Yeah.
And a lot of people would come in and they would just essentially sort THC high to low.
Okay.
I think that's changing, where people are going to come in and talk to the bud tender and want to get more information on the genetic.
I agree.
Where they know, for example, the featured strain 707 Kush. If a customer knows that ChemDog is their jam, that's what medicates them, they're going to search for that, and they're going to be less likely. They're not going to care about the test result as much as, oh, that's the strain that I need. That's the person that grew it the right way. Okay, let me spend my money on that.
Has your testing lab pulled up on you yet and asked you about flavonoid testing yet?
No.
Okay.
Honestly,
you wouldn't know that.
I don't.
Okay.
I spend. I would love to spend a lot of time at the plant, but I'm always on the road.
So they didn't even pull up on me, but I just thought it was cool because I asked, right? So we had looked up flavonoids on an episode, discovered the whole perspective. So then I had asked, and actually New Jersey labs are now offering flavonoid testing, which is just another level deeper on the flavor, but gives you also a higher understanding of the effects. Because it breaks the terpenes down even further to another level.
Okay.
And gives you the actual profile of that specific nug of what's gonna what they feel is gonna happen essentially. And it's such a deeper test. I think you are correct.
Yeah. See, I think that's cool, but that can, I don't know, that some gets a little
things.
into the weeds.
That's when
I think it's gonna definitely overcomplicate at some point. However, I definitely think just that alone is dictating that the market is going to start to shift.
Or
right?
I would say use it to your advantage if you're someone like a butter cake or something and you know certain strains taste better in a brownie or a gummy and those flavonoids then start to play a role, then but I feel like as a consumer, that's when that starts gets muddled.
Complementary terps.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? That's the olive oils, all of those, you know what I mean? Having strains that complement what's going on with other terps from other organic things is very important. So I think maybe having that, ability as a manufacturer or something is cool. But like you said, as a consumer, it could start getting muddled and you're like, well, I don't even know what a fuck a terp is. You know what I mean? It's I don't even, a flavonoid? Okay.
But that's what we're here for, the Terpy podcast, for you to learn more about your cannabis. But on that note, guys, we are going to try and wrap it up because we do have some... I'm good, baby. Oh,
pass it down.
Pass it down.
Yeah.
But we are going to try and wrap it up, guys, because we do have fun, funky, fresh people hanging out with us. And we just want to, give time to everybody. Yeah. So, thank you, Frank, for coming on.
Thank you, Frank. It was amazing talking with you.
Absolutely.
Don't forget, guys, check out High Grass Farm. Oh, we took the jar away. Here it is. Don't forget, check out High Grass Farms in your local dispensary or Jersey Landscapes. And give our friend Frank a little follow and check them out.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Give us a like, subscribe, follow, drop a comment down below. And we'll see you on the next episode.
Bye.